Alright, hey everyone, it's Brian here from Less Magic More Gathering, and as we posted on a previous video or a challenge booster pack opening video, announced the next one coming up, so here we are. We're going to crack into this one. It's 3 booster packs, and shooting for the uncommon legendary creature cards. You get 2 per pack, I believe, so we're going to go ahead and jump into that and see what we come out with and see who our winners are. Alright, so I noticed you guys have been posting a lot of comments and keeping up to date with the previous challenges. You seem to like it, so I'm just going to keep rolling with it. Alright, what do we have here? So we got our 3 packs here. Let's see what kind of cool stuff we come up with. Let's go ahead and crack this one open. Alright, so pack number 1. We're going to just show you what we got, just so people can be entertained long enough. The video is not going to be super long. It's only 3 packs. But we've got Portent of Betrayal. Let's zoom in a little bit to get some better focus on that. Oh, come on. There we go. Trove Tracker, Molder Beast, Goblin Trailblazer, Sailor of Means, Kinsbale Courier, Elvish Visionary, Sky Diamond, can't go wrong with that, Exquisite Huntmaster, Slith Ascendant, Findhorn Elves, that's a classic. I like getting some of those. Natural Reclamation, Sisei's Ring, and our first uncommon is a Humble Defector. And Merchant Raiders, Sandstone Oracle, and our first rare, we got Spectator Seating, so that's a cool land, rare land card to get. Double, I guess it's a multicolored land. Spectator Seating enters the battlefield tapped unless you have 2 or more opponents. And you should if you're playing Commander, more than likely. Just depends on your format, I guess, or setup. There's a rare. And our first uncommon legendary is Jilanra, Color of the Wirewood. It's a 3-drop legendary elf druid. Tap it, add a force when you suspend mana to cast a spell. Hold on. When you suspend this mana to cast a spell with converted mana cost 6 or greater, draw a card. It has a partner ability. And our next one is Emoti, Celebrant of Bounty. Has Cascade ability, 5-drop Naga Druid. Cascade, you know what that does, but I will read it anyway. When you cast a spell, exile cards from the top of your library until you exile a non-land card. That costs less. You may cast it without paying its mana cost. Put the exile card on the bottom of your library in any random order. Spells you cost with converted mana cost 6 or greater have Cascade. So it gives all your 6 or greater cards Cascade, which is pretty sick. That's not bad at all. And our foil is Strategic Planning. So I might have a duplicate of that. So I mean, I'm not sure what your take is on foils from the set. Maybe you want to collect it, maybe you don't. But if you're participating in the challenge, there's probably a duplicate of that. So that could be part of your choice. I don't know. All right, moving on to pack number 2. All right, get that out of there. We've got Doomed Traveler, classic. Good one if you want to keep your creatures on the field of play, essentially. Keep tokens on the field of play, I guess you'd say. Oops, I guess I didn't want to put my uncommons. I want to keep my guys separate. I like to stack my stuff separately so I know where everything's at. Valakut Invoker. Get in there, get in there. Preordain, there's a good one. It's a multiple reprint, but it's a high-valued common or mediocrely valued common nowadays. Soul's Might. Maybe that's not as green as it could be. My lighting does need to be adjusted a little bit. You can just tell by the way this is that this green is not as green as it could be because this is a very vibrant green. So my camera color or my screen color, one of them's off. I'm not sure which one it is. I'll have to check the video afterwards. So that's a real good telltale sign. I mean, the colors are pretty good on my camera. I mean, you know, Magic the Gathering's a red, reddish-orange color, so there's still a good mix-up there. Channel Fireball down here is definitely orange, and you know, obviously it looks like a fireball color. So that does match, but for the vibrant green, way off. It looks kind of dull in this picture, so I'm not sure. Anyway, moving on. Not like it's a big factor, just kind of pointing that out. Crove Dark Tidings, Rummaging Goblin, Flushbag Marauder, Anointer of Valor, Scrounging Bandar, it's another one that kind of depicts the greens, Moss Diamond, Sanitarium Skeleton, Perilous Mirror, and a Terramorphic Expanse. Alright, we've got, for our uncommon, we got Interpret the Signs, Make a Stand, Cast Down, the old kill card, and our rare is Archon of Coronation, which is actually a mythic rare, so that's pretty cool. We got one of those. A 6-drop Flying creature Archon when Archon of Coronation enters battlefield, you become the Monarch. So it's a Monarch-based setup from Conspiracy. Take the Crown, I believe. I don't know if Monarch's consistent in just regular Conspiracy or if it's Take the Crown. I'm not sure. Could be both. Alright, so there is that. I'll put that over there in the rear. And our next legendary creature is Arden, Intrepid Archaeologist. 3-drop, white color. It's a Core Scout. At the beginning of combat on your turn, you may attach any number of auras and equipment you control to target permanent or player partners. This one's huge. So I wouldn't necessarily make this my commander. It's a good commander to have if you're based on specific artifacts and equipment decks. I have an equipment deck that's based around a higher priced commander because he's multicolored and it makes him effective. So I might have mentioned in multiple videos the guy that I use. It's Ural the Miststalker. But having this in that deck would be beneficial too. Once I get him on the field of play, I can just take all my stuff and move it to Ural the Miststalker if I'd like to, and then swing out with him, and it'd probably be devastating because if you had 5 or 6 enchantments on the field, auras at the time when you had Ural the Miststalker, they weren't attached to him, and you put him into play and the combat begins, you move them all to him, he becomes pretty darn effective because he's got hexproof, and then all those enchantments I put in out there mostly are going to be lifelink, trample, flying, menace, things like that keep him from getting hurt. Plus, his life and power and toughness goes up tremendously. So this would be a huge card to put in that deck. So I'm probably going to throw that in there. And the next one is a rare. Looks like did we get? So you only got three so far. So you're getting a rare legendary creature out of this instead of the one, but that's okay. Oh, well, look at that. We got Sakashimi of 1,000 Faces. So that's a top legendary creature, mythic rare card that you can get out of these packs. It's a pretty good one to pull that guy. 4-drop, you may have Sakashimi of 1,000 Faces enter the battlefield as a copy of another creature you control, except it has Sakashimi of 1,000 Faces, other abilities. The legend rule doesn't apply to permanents you control. So when you get this guy on the field of play, you could have multiple of the same legendary creatures out on the field of play, apparently. But legend rule doesn't apply to permanents you control. Has a partner ability, so I'm still trying to think, because you can't, I guess you can build a deck with more, no, you couldn't, the rule doesn't apply, so, I don't know, something I have to understand about the rule of the legend, so it means you can't have the same legendary creature card out on the field of play, but this doesn't apply in this aspect, so if you make copies of other ones and they're legendary creatures, that's why the rule doesn't apply, is what I'm guessing, and focuses strictly on that. Maybe you can explain it to me if you'd like to make a comment, but nonetheless, it's a pretty good legendary mythic rare creature to get. I'll take that as a win. Trusty Pack Beast for a foil. Common foil, there you go. Probably a duplicate again. And a treasure token. So far we've got 3 legendary uncommon creatures out of the first 2 packs. Maybe we'll get 2 more. Let's open this 3rd pack and finish this video out real quick. Alright. And hopefully somebody's picked one right. There's 44 options, I believe, so it's a much smaller range to choose from, and I could have broke it down more, but I was trying to make it even. I have quite a few of these to open, but for right now, we're just going to go with uncommon. Maybe the next video, if I don't see any winners, I'll break it down to something a little smaller, like maybe just multicolored or just one single color. So we'll see, but nonetheless, we'll give it a whirl. But so pack number 3, we got Champion of the Flame, Forceful Denial, Haunted Cloak, Crimson Fleet Commodore, Aqueous Swarm. That's always a classic, good one to put in most decks if you're trying to keep your stuff from being targeted. Not targeted so much. It's not. I guess it doesn't give it hexproof, but it can't be blocked. So, and it's a cheap 1-drop. So if you've got something laid out like that, Defiant Salvager, Filigree Familiar, raise the alarm. Annoyed Altasaur, Eyeblight Assassin. Oops. Fall from Favor, Amorphous Axe, and a Rupture Spire Land. Moving on to the uncommons, Intangible Virtue, Codex Shredder, and Sifter Worm. And then our rare for this pack is Body of Knowledge, and that is a 5-drop creature avatar. Let me get this stupid thing out of the way. I apologize. Normally I don't leave it on their screen, but I must have slid over there. Body of Knowledge's power and toughness are each equal to the number of cards in your hand. You have no maximum hand size. Whenever Body of Knowledge is dealt damage, draw that many cards. So that's pretty good. Especially if you get it out there after you've already piled up your hand or got it close, to 7, and it's 7/7 automatically, and then maybe you can draw and put more cards in hand, however you need to do. But that's pretty decent. Alright, so the next legendary creature card is Brenlin the Moon Kraken. That is a 8-drop legendary Kraken. When Brenlin the Moon Kraken enters the battlefield, or whenever you cast a spell with converted mana cost 6 or greater, you may return target non-land permanent to its owner's hand. Partner 6. Its partner is a 6/8. That's a big old bad boy right there. And then Rock, son of Rocha. I can never say this right. So this one's kind of a higher-ended uncommon. Apparently he's got a proper popularity to him, or just based on his abilities pretty good. So he's a 0-drop. That's probably most of it right there. It costs nothing to get out there. First strike, menace, trample, and partner. And so you can do another commander. So you can do 2 commanders with partner, go 2 collars, and use this guy as a 0-drop and get him out there and start going to town with whatever abilities you can pull from your sleeve. So that's probably why he's got a huge factor, is because he's a 0 cost. So he's 0-1, but if you can start piling stuff on him, make him pretty effective, getting him out there quick. I mean, nothing better than having a commander out there on the first turn, which you really can't do a whole lot with, but people aren't going to get too many spells early to get rid of it. You know, I mean, they could, but usually it takes turns 1 or 2 or 3 to get a spell to remove something, but it still depends. So there's that guy, and then our foil is Cast Down. That's a good foil to get. That may even have a duplicate of that, I'm not sure, and a Golem token. I'm also going to throw in some of these tokens that I have duplicates of. If you like tokens and you'd rather see a token that you're really fond of as part of the prize, you're more than welcome to choose those. You don't have to. I'm just saying it's an option. So foils and then other legendary creatures that I have multiples of are going to go into that pile to pick from for the person that does win. So there you have it, folks. We had Rock, Brenlin, Arden, Emoti, and Jilanra as our uncommon legendary creatures for this first round for just the regular Commander Legends packs. It's technically round 4, but for round 1 for these packs, that's what we have.
Hey everybody, it's Brian here from Less Magic More Gathering, and we have just completed round 1 of our second challenge of what will I pull from these boosters. We are still featuring Commander's Legends boosters. We went the draft booster this time, and we did get a winner. So we had 6 guesses. I'll read them off just as far as the guesses are concerned. We had Breaches for a guess, Togo, Rock, son of Raga, Keleth, and Abomination of Llanowar, as well as Hamza. So I did read off one of those winners if you watched the video. Rock was one of the cards I did pull from those packs, and the person that chose that was Archangel Elf. Archangel Elf won that round. I do believe he won before, but that's fine. That's perfectly fine. There's plenty of cards still to choose from. So go ahead, and if you can go back on the other video I had posted on the cards, those are all still available, minus the ones I gave away. But I'm going to update that if you're in a hurry to kind of get a jump on what you might want to choose from. You can go look at that, and I'll let you know if I don't have those, but I will put an update on this video here later, maybe the next 24 hours, put an updated list of what I have available. But you are the winner for that round. If we do get multiple people in the next 2 and 3 and 4 rounds, we are still going to try to give away that special etched foil one that I've got an extra of. So hopefully we can do that. If we only have one winner the entire time, I'd rather not just do one person. I want to try to get a collective amount of winners, and sometimes you just don't, but that's fine. We've got more things coming down the pipe. It's not going to be Commander Legends stuff, but some other challenge games. I'm going to try to come up with some more stuff to do, hopefully, that's a little more involvement of the people that are watching the videos and keeping up with me and whatnot. So please continue to like, share, and whatever. I mean, comment as many times as you want to comment. I love the comments and love getting into seeing what everybody thinks about the videos and the cards that are pulled. So congratulations to Archangel Elf for winning that round, and we go ahead and start making guesses on round 2. I think I'm just going to keep it the same. I know I said I was going to try to move it around, but I don't know if I want to change it to just legendary creatures again, because I think there's going to be more numbers to choose from. This one keeps us at a set 41, and since we only had one guess, we had 6 guesses and one of them got right, so that's not a bad ratio. So I'm going to stay the same. Legendary creatures, uncommon creatures, legendary uncommon creatures is our choice for right now. Maybe the next one after that I might change it around. I'm going to get my numbers and then we'll see what's going on there. But nonetheless, thank you for watching. I appreciate all the advertisement and everything else you've been given for the channel. Trying to get to that 300 mark. We've been kind of hovering at 287 for like 6 months, maybe longer, and it's fluctuated. I want to get to 300. I want to try to give something away when I hit 300. So appreciate it, and I will catch you on the next video. Deuces.